Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So I figured I should record my Ether Raids replays and stuff while I'm failing Arena, so I actually just have them. So, we did okay this week, not the greatest. It's light season, so it's a lot easier for people to beat my team, ironically. Because Air, of course, has Mystic Boost, Sparkling Boost for the team healing, and for the most part, it's just not great. She gives Light Bless units 5 more HP and res, and when you bring double air, and this team has no healing, so chip damage like Bolt Tower, Pain Plus Savage Blow, or whatnot, definitely can make it easier to beat my team for sure. Especially like, for example here, the Sothis, this is the free pick off and run if you know what you're doing. Of course, it's the follow-up turns that you have to be more concerned about, if anything. But they're just burning so many turns, breaking structures, which to a degree is important, but you really need to start doing stuff, and leaving your reverse there is not a great idea. So, yeah. We're gonna get one shot there, and then one shot there, and everyone's just moving in. So it's not looking great for them. Get rid of the dance there, not a terrible idea. But it looks like their air even if they could take out even if they wanted to take out Sonya, there's Silith there, being a threat. And Silith versus these two, not a great matchup, so yeah, rip. So, not much they could do there. But, you'll see similar themes throughout these replays. Shouldn't be too much a surprise of what you see. A lot of people at this point, they either have like Pulse Smoke or Witchy Wand and they execute properly, or they just have a tank that can just tank. Or there's plenty of ways to deal with my team. It's more scary when you don't have the stuff, but that's basically every defense in a nutshell. This team doesn't even have a dancer, so it's definitely on the slightly more difficult side, but they have buffs, pretty strong buffs and stuff, and some chip damage from Bolt Tower, so it definitely makes the matchups easier for sure. So they're just going to take out one Sothis there, and get that support from their Smoke C skill, and Silith's going to live here, and we're going to get an attack here, but we don't kill, but we have enough damage in general. Like, even if she could kill all Sothis, there was still Sonya there of Hardy Bearing. So, in general, it's kind of hard especially if you don't have, if you're not like red. Red's a pretty strong color against my team. Because I have no blues, so in general, like, that helps out against Sonya. And because if you go blue, you can tank Sonya as a blue unit. It's not that difficult. It's just that would not recommend. There's also Micaiah and stuff to deal with, but at this point, it looks like they're trying to go after the Ether structure, but we also have the heavy trap there for the memes. So they're able to clutch it out there after dropping one unit. But that's pretty much what I'm after to an extent. I can't really ask more than 1 or maybe 2 kills. That offensive catapult. A lot of people like that stuff because it can definitely help you out if they have a pretty high level structure in an inconvenient location to break. But I don't know. It's a lot of stones to get max level catapult like it is with any structure, so here someone's just gonna tank with Surtur, because Surtur's obviously the greatest tank in the world. No lie. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Micaiah can murder someone else, so she doesn't murder Surtur, but I mean, do we really care? Not really. because we've already gotten our 2 kills here, so we're gonna get an attack on Surtur to do 0 because that's basically what's gonna happen. And Self can't kill. Or you can kill actually. Oh cool. That's cool, I guess. We get absolutely destroyed there. And yeah, it's over. There's nothing my team can do at this point. There's Panic Fly, but we're at 1 HP, so nothing good's gonna happen there. I'm thinking because this is a Dark Blessing team, I'm thinking about making a Astra Anima season team. Since I don't have Doomas or whatever, I can use whoever I want. So I'm thinking, of course, of using like Seliph. I was thinking maybe trying out Brave Ike, but honestly speaking, it's probably not the greatest idea. So here, Sylvia, Mirror Stance almost came in clutch, but not quite. Nope. I definitely probably just want to get an HPA skill on Sylvia. Preferably not HP plus 5. That's kind of HP speed from a Versa would be pretty nice, but I don't know yet. Is it really worth it? Yeah, they're just gonna bait Sothis. Not sure what their plans are, but we happen to get an exact kill there. Definitely not rigged, but yeah, not great for them. They still have Surtur and stuff, so what could possibly go wrong? If you have Surtur, you can win every match, Kappa. Here, they're barely able to live. Micaiah, unfortunate, but what are you gonna do about it? And at this point, they just gotta sack some units, so... And unfortunately, with the way things go, both Sothis are in range of Surtur, so it's gonna be an oof. Of course, we get our Wrath and Times Pulse going in, but apparently Sylvia decides to attack because she doesn't die, so that has greater priority over dying like Sothis did. At this point, Seliph can't do anything because it's Surtur, and of course Sinmara will help him deactivate Tearfing as well, so not much we can do there, but that's what happens when your units, positions, and stuff end up going that way because either of how the opponent plays or the way you have it set up. So yeah, again, not much we could do there. This person though, only catapult and fort, the ultra hardcore offense strategy right there. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of that is, because I don't think you really need all those spaces. You can definitely put something there. Maybe they're trying to tech against teams that tech against people who have certain structures. I don't know. It's like Panic Manor, I use it on offense. I have it at max level, so it's pretty good. But of course, the thing is, it's vulnerable to stuff like strong restore teams, or even like gets people debuffed so they don't want to attack. Like there's trade-offs to using any structure, but for the most part, you know, yeah, not sure what they're doing here, baiting with air, but I mean it works. But you're gonna drop a unit. And ideally, when you're playing matches, you don't want to be dropping units. But what G1's already done its job, but the execution, not great. So they just straight up surrender there. Kind of awkward. Here we just have one generic tank strategy. Again, red's a pretty solid color against my team. I have 0 blues. And so that's not looking great for me. I've been noticing lately there's people be having like Cloud Mayugi and Sky Mayugi on their airs. So they have built-in hardy bearings, so it doesn't even matter that Seliph can survive. But here, it's like we're gonna nowhere near enough damage anyways to Garen, so one of the few Garen users out there, honestly. He's still decent, but it's like, at some point he's gonna get power crept. He doesn't have much going for him, like Breath of Blight is nice to get rid of the dragon weakness, but overall, like, his stat line's decent stuff, but it's all prone to getting stat creeped for sure. Now they're after the ether structures, and they have Julia, so legendary Julia, so it shouldn't be too hard to take out the Sothis duos. And just take their time, do whatever they want to do, it doesn't matter, because they have legendary Julia against Sothis. Of course, she doesn't have the effective bonus, but she still has a high attack stat, and Sothis does not have great base res. It's pretty eh. It's definitely better than some particular red units, but it's still not amazing. At some point, though, I may just want to get a plus 10 Sothis. I don't know, she's pretty decent just in general, but of course, and she's a mythic hero, so technically timeless to a degree, unless they do some ridiculous things to power creep them. Because, like, even if the newest Dark Blessing hero comes out and they're even stronger, Sothis still has a niche for sure, but it's like, I don't know. Here we have Micaiah going in, broadleaf fan stuff. Vantage, Hardy Bearing, it's not quite enough to kill there. So, but we have Sothis here for special ready in Wrath range, so that's a rip for Cecilia. And now they're moving in. Now we get this derpy repo loop, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of the cost for having repo. It can get exploited, so of course, if I didn't have repo, a lot more movement would happen, and we might get overextended. So there's trade-offs to everything. Not much I can do. They should be able to take out Sylvia here. I wouldn't see how they could possibly screw up that matchup. And here we just have another tank strategy. Quite the popular strat, and of course, pretty effective for sure. But it's snowy, so we'll see how things go. Like, you can definitely beat my team with Noe. It's definitely possible. It's just that some people just do not play it right at all. Here, Sothis is gonna just do nothing, pretty much. Just get another dance off here. Seliph gonna live, and Sonya goes after someone else. That's one way to keep your tank alive, but of course that means dropping a unit, so yeah. Looks like here they're just gonna take out Sothis and leave these guys here. Micaiah able to do a bit of damage, and she barely takes out Noe. Definitely not rigged at all. At this point, they're just kind of going in because they have to, but not necessarily. I feel like they didn't have to do that, but I mean, it works out, right? So they're not able to pick up the ether structure in the corner, but I mean, for the most part, it's not too bad to miss ether structures, unless of course you're using the new feature where you can do basically 2 matches in 1. And this season, as you can see, I was super close to tier 26, but unfortunately it just so happened that when I did my first, trying out the doing 2 matches in 1 thing, I just ran into an absolutely super strong team that pretty much full countered mine, so I had to sack Nino. Didn't really have many options. So here they have Pulse Smoke, so it's gonna be a great time. And they don't have close counter as well. so that allows them to stall pretty well. And they have healing, of course, so it's pretty easy here. They have bonus double here from Elowood, some buffs, so he's pretty tanky. Of course, he's kind of stuck there, but not a big deal at all. Because reposition is going to happen, and at this point I should be able to just pick up these kills relatively easily. And now they have time to go after the ether structures, and of course because there's no path to Elowood, no one's going to him, but no one's targeting him anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think anyone's targeting him. I'd be surprised if this was, but we'll see here. Yeah, definitely not going after Elowood. Probably going after Airs, honestly. So yep, they're able to win the match there. Not too shabby at all. Just solid play. But overall, you know, pretty decent on defense, pretty decent on offense. Pretty much, I think from here on out, on offense, I'll just use the double match feature when I can do it. Otherwise, I'll just do single matches. Because it's like, sure, if I do more matches, I can maybe find some more content from memes and stuff, but it's definitely time consuming to play ether raids, even if you do it relatively quick. There's also other things to do in the game, it's not just ether raids, so yeah. Here they're just chilling with Keaton, ready to go bait someone. So they're just gonna bait like that. You know, not a terrible idea. But straight up, like, there's Hardy Bearing with Glacies, and we all know how great Keaton's bulk is, Kappa. I guess defensive bulk's alright, but nice res stat. So at this point, it's basically cleanup time. There's not much we can do, but my defense, the aim is just to get 1 or 2 kills, because if I get 2 kills, it's during dark seasons, that's already -0. And Aversa would be doing 0 damage. So Sonya gets to proc a Glacies interface, which is pretty nice. And at this point, there's not much either of my units can do. So, ripperonis. And unfortunately, Aversa has her special ready. And they activate the bolt trap there. And things just lined up for them. If that bolt trap, of course, was fake, then they would have probably been ripped. That probably would have been a rip for them. But that's how things are when you place high-level bolt traps down. That's inevitably also a resource someone can use to either set up or get free chip damage or whatnot. So, you know, not much I can do. For the most part, I just do like having it there. And here they're just gonna use disarm trap, because why not? Definitely not necessary, but it definitely saves turns. So that's the nice thing about disarm traps. Definitely not necessary, but it's a nice thing to have if you have it. Otherwise, it's like, there's no real point in summoning to get it. It's like, if you have it, cool. If not, whatever. No big deal. So here they get the heck out of there. Perfectly fine play. There's absolutely no punish from this team for that. So it all just matters what they do next. That's kind of the deal, because once you run away, you have less space to run. And so things can go pretty wrong. So they're going to bait with Pala there. Perfectly fine idea. But of course, there's the simple, predictable AI dance movement. Unfortunately, Sonya draws back into that, but they also have to get one of their units murdered in order to take out Seliph, so not great for them. And we're just getting drawback meme shenanigans, but They have reposition and a dancer, so easy pickups for Paula. Ideally, at some point, I definitely do want HP speed or something on Sylvia, because let's just say her speed stat is not the greatest. Oh yeah, also escape ladder got a level up, so I'm pretty sure people are hyped about it. Meanwhile, I'm just like, now that means more people can do better in ether raids. No. Memes aside, when you're not using escape ladder at all, it's definitely hurts to see it, but what are you gonna do about it? And it's like I can't even compete for top 1k and whatchamacallit in ether raids anyways, so it doesn't really matter to me. Here, Noe is just a pretty easy cleanup for Noe because there's really not much the team can do without special spam, so kind of a derp. So they can pretty much just snipe off, pick up kills, easy win kind of deal. I think Micaiah is gonna do basically nothing. She'll do a decent amount of damage, but it's definitely not enough by any means. If I could somehow get a special Micaiah like Iceberg up, of course it wouldn't matter because there was Witchy one in this instance, but definitely would make her a bit scarier for sure. And she probably wouldn't miss as many kills. But at this point, I think this is probably one of their last matches or whatnot, so they don't need to pick up the ether structures. So no big deal there, but that's it for the replays this week. As for rankings, definitely not top 1k, but still alright. Legion's battles, also not top 1k. It's just too competitive. If I had maybe like 4 more points, or I don't know, maybe even 2 more points, I could probably get top 1k there. Arena Assault, not trying at all, so top 3k it is, probably. And Arena, we're still working on it, so we'll see how that goes, but a decent amount of defense wins. So I guess we'll be back when the results come in, / when I'm done with Arena. I don't know. Well, before the season ends here, I figured I might as well show my standings, and yep, looks like we're staying, so next week is gonna be even worse. Unless I can somehow like free summon a Baruch or something. I think that if I change up my team comp, might be able to kick me up a extra score bin, which will save me a crud ton of cress and brain damage. Because mostly it's not the cress, it's just the time it takes to fish. But we'll be back with the results. Alrighty, let's see what we get. So unfortunately, I did get another replay in Ether Raids, but sad days, I didn't get the chance to record it because it was like I checked just before the season ended, so and then I didn't process it, and then I went out of Ether Raids, so derp on my part, but we did end up getting a win. It was their main engine was a female Grima who had over 60 HP, so they plopped them, and like here on this spot here, hit end turn, and then afterwards I wasn't really paying attention, but I think they decided to keep baiting even though there was Panic Manor still there, so then they just got memed on. Brave Micaiah actually doubled. Amazing. But yeah, that wasn't great for them. It was a 4-kill win. I think they timed out because they couldn't kill Selith. But yep, I'm thinking about a new setup for Astra Anima seasons. Kind of engineered to try and threaten 1-round KOs and also tank and nuke. I don't know, it's gonna be weird, but let's keep going here. Legion's battles, nothing too special. Pretty sure 2 more points or something probably would have gotten it. And the big thing is arena. We managed to stay in. Woo, this is the longest streak I've stayed in tier 21 purely because of bonus unit RNG and the units I've been able to pick up, and arena assault not trying at all. So that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.